Prior to the elections to the European Parliament, Donald Tusk declared that as early as June the public will learn the government's plans for the future of the central transport port. What can we expect? We will be building the central communication port. That is, we will be building new transportation solutions for Poland. That today the central communications port has grown into some great dogma that everything is to be as presented to us by Minister Horała. According to MPs from the Civic Coalition, the central transport port project is megalomania, and the concept of building rail links around the central transport port which would converge on the site of the airport is misguided. That's why the government is making changes and, for the time being, is betting only on the so-called Y line. That is, a railway line from Warsaw to Łódź, from Łódź to Poznan, and from Łódź to Wrocław. This is not megalomania, but rather that Poland is simply a modern, well-connected European country. So that in the future, too, for other important spending like defence, education, healthcare, it's all enough. And then you have to invest a little in these future revenues. Someone who says we can't afford the central transportation port is saying we can't afford to earn more.
Jeżeli rząd zrezygnuje z realizacji tych inwestycji,
if the government abandons the implementation of these investments, we will in fact be talking about squandering the huge potential that has been created over the past years, as well as squandering the development opportunity that stands before Poland.
Które udało się stworzyć przez ostatnie lata, jak i też zmarnowanie olbrzymiej szansy rozwojowej, która stoi przed Polską.
The abandonment of the original concept, according to which, in addition to the mega airport in Baranów, nearly 2,000 kilometers of railroads were to be built, may not please the left, which promised its voters to fight transportation exclusion.
Centralny port komunikacyjny.
The central communication port is needed in Poland for many reasons. As an infrastructure project, as a transportation project, as a project that would increase the possibility of reaching many places in Poland by rail.
Też 17 milionów ludzi.
The 70 million people who do not have access to public transport today deserve dignity to have a railway reach every county regularly and a bus to reach every municipality.
Powiatu docierała regularnie kolej.
Po realizacji całego programu
After implementation of the programme, every Pole would live within a 30-minute commute to a railway station offering a whole range of connections to other places in Poland. On the 28th of June, the Yes to the Central Transportation Port Association is planning its first event, during a campaign to collect signatures for a civic bill committing public authorities to building a central transportation port, airport and a rail system around the airport. The venue for this event is to be Giżycko in the Mazuri region.
To bardzo ważne, aby ta ustawa została
przyjęta. It is very important that this law be passed because it is a test of the public authorities' true intentions regarding this programme. The law commits the government to implement the Central Transportation Port Programme and to build the airport by 2030.
CPK budowę lotniska do 2030 roku.
Remember that the Central Transportation Port is a planned interchange between Warsaw and Łódź, which is expected to integrate air, rail and road transportation, allowing travel between Warsaw and Poland's largest cities in no more than 2.5 hours. The project would be able to handle 40 million passengers a year in the first stage. According to a report by Ernst & Young, simply shifting cargo handling from German airports to the Central Transportation Port would bring 200 billion zloty more to the Polish budget from customs duties and VAT over 30 years. The company is 100% owned by the state treasury and is classified as a strategic company from the point of view of the country's interests. Natalia Rzeczniczak, TV Republika.